Hey guys, what's up? Andy V here, and today I'm going to be bringing you a tutorial on how to do a classic men's hairstyle. Now I'm going to be showing you how I do my hair every day, and this style is going to be known as a contour or a side part, whatever you'd like to call it. However, this hairstyle is not going to be called a comb over because that is not what it is meant to be called. A comb over is where you take the hair on the side of your head and you comb it over your bald spot if you're bald on top. So call it a side part, call it a contour. Personally, I like to say contour, and I'm going to be showing you how I do my hair. So for this hairstyle, you're obviously going to need some kind of product to put in your hair to get this style. Now, you guys can choose whatever you want. You guys can choose gel, wax, or in my case, I like to use pomades. But for the sake of this review, I'm going to be using something that I use to degrease pomade, and that's going to be Groom and Clean. This is also an excellent product for those of you looking for that real shiny hair look. And it washes out, it's water soluble. Pomade is not water soluble, it's not meant to come out of the hair, it's meant to stay in for days and days or weeks. So, this is what I have in my hair right now, and I'm going to put a little bit more. Since I already have a bunch, I'm just going to show you how I put it in. So I take a generous amount. You always want to take a generous amount when you're doing this kind of hairstyle. And you want to get this stuff all over the hair. You want to get into the roots. You want to make sure this stuff covers absolutely everything. Because, you know, you don't want to take like a little bit, like a dime size, put it on your hair, rub it in, put it through your hair and call it good. No, it's not going to work for this hairstyle unless you're looking for that drier kind of look. But for this hairstyle, we're going to go for that wet look. And this is what they did like back then, you know, the 20s to like the 60s. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to comb, slick this stuff back. I'm using a wider tooth comb. You guys can choose whatever you want. I like the comb lines, so I choose a wider tooth. So there's my wider tooth comb, or you can use the narrow tooth comb. I like the wider tooth. So I'm combing it through, and you guys can see that nothing is sticking up. I have absolutely no hair sticking up whatsoever. And that's what you want, because if you have hair sticking up, it's not going to hold, and you're going to get splits, and it's going to look nasty. Another thing I forgot to mention, guys, for this haircut, or this hairstyle, I'm sorry, is you want to have your hair decently long on top, and you want your hair, the sides cut off, get a taper, and you want it longer in the front and shorter in the back. So, if you guys, you know, are looking to get this kind of haircut, you want maybe like a 2 on the sides with a taper, and you want it longer on top, and you want it shorter in the back but longer in the front for the bangs. Alright, so now that I have this stuff combed down, even if you use a narrow comb to comb it back, you still need to get a wide tooth comb, because I'm going to show you how to do the part. So when you're doing your part, you got to figure out what side your part is going to be on. It depends on where your hair flows or where your cowlick is. For me, my cowlick is on the right side of my head. If you guys don't know, the cowlick is that swirly part on the back of your head. And, you know, it's like a swirl that goes around. It basically determines how your hair grows, where it grows. So for me, it's on the right. My hair is going to want to go to the left. Therefore, I'm going to comb my hair to the left, because that's naturally where it wants to go. And I'm going to do my part on the right. Now, if you guys don't have a cowlick, you just got to go over where your hair naturally wants to flow. So that might be to the right or to the left, and that's where you're going to comb it. Alright, so we're going to take my wide tooth comb, and I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to look for the part. Now you guys can choose where you want the part. Some guys want it higher, some guys want it a little bit lower. I like to do it a little bit lower. Some days I want to do it higher, it just depends. So whatever you like. So what I like to do is I'm going to comb my hair, and I'm going to make sure it's nice and straight. until I'm happy with it. So right there, I'm happy with that. If you guys can see that, you can see the lines that the comb left. So now you're going to determine how high you want the part. I do a little bit lower. So what you're going to do is you're going to take your comb and you're going to look for a line. Put your comb on that line and comb it down. And there you go. If you guys can see that. Alright, so I took the line and I combed it down. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to start combing from the back. Don't start from the front, always start from the back, and there's a reason for that. And I'll show you in a sec. So I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to start from the back. There you go. Since I have so much of this stuff in my hair, there's going to be a buildup of it on my comb. I mean, I have a lot of this stuff in my hair just because I'm degreasing my hair from, you know, usually using pomade. But this is normally how my hair would look even if it had pomade in it. Very shiny. And that's how they did it back then. Their hair was glowing. It was amazing. You know, people say it looks greasy, whatever. Some people don't really like it. I love the shine. I think it looks awesome. But you know, if there's stuff out there where if you want it to look more dull, but you want it to have that look, there's stuff available out there. Alright. So I have it combed to the side, and in the back you're going to see hair sticking up. You want to comb those down. Make sure you're satisfied with it until you get it just right. Alright, so there you guys can see there is my part. It's very clean. And I don't have any problems with it. It's very straight. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start doing that little bump in the front that you guys see if you ever see side parts. So there's that bump in the front. You comb it back a little bit, basically. I have a couple strands hanging out. I'm gonna fix that. Alright, so now that I combed it back and to the side a little bit, you guys can see how it looks. So because if you just comb it to the side, it's going to look weird. It's not going to look right. It's going to look funny. You're going to look ridiculous if you just comb it all the way to the side. You want that little bump in the front. And this is a very classic style. You guys can see my hair is very, very shiny. And if you want that shiny look and you don't want grease in your hair, try Groom and Clean. It's awesome if you want that shiny look, but you want it to wash out that same day. I use this stuff to degrease whenever I have grease in my hair. So there you have it. There's my part. There's the bump. Very shiny to the side. I'll give you a closer look. This is an awesome hairstyle, guys, if you want to go for something like this. This is something your grandpa would have done back in the day. And this hairstyle is starting to come back a little bit. I started doing it, I don't know, probably like a year ago. So I really like it. I think it's cool. It makes you look classier. You know, people will look at you differently, more differently. Like, they'll treat you a little bit better, if that makes sense. I don't know. I mean, I've seen people treat me differently because I used to just have my hair long. I used to look like emo kid. Not anymore though, but yeah, I noticed that people have more respect for me now. You know, just because I look different, just because of the haircut. So that's pretty cool. So check it out, guys. Also look at my channel if you guys are interested in learning about pomade. I'll probably be making a video on, you know, what pomade is and how to use it. Because there's some guys out there that, you know, have trouble using it and they don't know how to use it. So I'm going to probably be making a video about that. But there you have it, guys. It looks freaking awesome. Nice and shiny. Very classic. Like I said, Groom and Clean. I recommend it if you guys want something that's going to, you know, be shiny all day but washes out. So there you go. Until next time, guys.